What I Wish I Knew, Sayl the Faithless. A more technical video on the mechanics of Sayl and how they differ from all the goodness available to core Norsca now will be separate, but I wanted to go into what I learned from going in relatively blind and trying to learn on the fly. I stand by my choices as valid, but I would have liked to know more beforehand, and now you will. Learn from my mistakes too. Number 1. Sayl badly needs a quality army. Even more than the other legendary lords, or perhaps far more, Sayl is hungry for an army he can take into quest battles without other Norscan reinforcements, be it for hunts, be it for his crazy lopsided legendary item battle. In the right matchup, even basic marauders will be efficient, but if you're fighting terracotta sentinels in sufficient number, like 1 on up, they're not going to be effective enough. You need overqualified units able to withstand a lot of craziness and deal with single entities and armor on them, plus more cavalry and elite armored infantry generally. Number 1A. Sayl needs money desperately. Did you know that Zaytan's whole starting blotch on the map is Norscan region? Sayl can freely pillage and colonize for spoils if he actually needs to. Fighting Zaytan the Black will solve your money problems for a while. But Sayl begins with a landlocked 4-settlement province. That's great for some purposes, money is not one of them. He's going to be cash poor for way too long, and you need a solution to this without being Wulfric or Throg with their benefits. This necessitates a lot of pushing out and sacking, because if you can't afford the army you need, nothing is happening. Number 1B. Sayl needs recruitment slots. Landlocked means no +1 local recruitment slots from a port. Well, you need to do something about this. Having one of those settlements become an altar can solve your problem because the Chaos Warrior and Spawn recruitment building, which has some other benefits, increases recruitment slots by 1 in that province. Your other route is the Fimir and Miscellaneous Monsters building chain, which leads us to number 2. Sayl needs goons and growth, and therefore he needs Fimir nobles. Reason I wish I knew he needed those so badly, well, when I was starting to fight Zaytan. Zaytan went straight for Dark Tower, my capital, and took it, but he and his starting caster hero fell. By the way, Garrison Skinwolf's Werekin are really good. So that hurt him, but losing the capital sure hurt me. Unwalled major settlement battle, by the way. I lost to morale collapsing in the end. I wanted to see if I could hold it, and I could not. And yeah, that really pushed me back. But when Zaytan's tower fell, it was a matter of time for him. Point being, normally if you have only 1 noble, that tier 2 building is useless to you. Now, Sayl has a midway pip in his blue line, meaning you need Root Marcher plus 4 more pips plus that pip to get +5 recruit rank for nobles and +1 to noble capacity. 2 nobles to goon for Sayl and provide stimulate growth will help a lot, and growth is a precious thing you can't buy with simple money. Getting Dark Tower to tier 3 with such a building, and you could add a 3rd. I've never even run a 3 noble army at one time at time of writing, but it'll help your faction as a whole even if you send the 3rd off to another army. Anyway, since Sayl doesn't even need spoils to expand west and north at all, your highest aspiration should be to get to tier 4 and get Henge of Totems. Get the +3 recruitment slots and never look back. Fimir units are something you'll want to cooperate with nobles regardless. Number 3, Sayl needs to buff that army too. Point being, yes, he can command a decent amount of magic, but that magic's mostly good for whittling down massed foes. It's not directly good against single targets. More like, you can enhance your goon squads to do it, and do a very good job of it. Kurgan Horsemen, which require tier 3 settlement and building, no compromises, no shortcuts. Hence our earlier entries, can address mass infantry including orc laborers, and a lot of other low-tier infantry with dual weapons variant, but when you're fighting mixed armies and lots of order-tied armored cavalry, great weapons will be needed badly. You can get eye-popping kills and damage with these units, but only as a complement to a larger force and a force that can competently deal with the rest. And they're thinly armored at base value, so there's that. This is why you'd really like to have their speed be even better, so they can actually catch skirmishers and so on. Big buffs to Cursed Etten would be nicely paired with redline buffs, and that skill will help buff Ymir too, so you don't want to ignore the redline. Number 4. Sayl really does need those altars. You can delay worrying about certain things until later. That staff battle is vicious. You're given an option to escape, and you get away with your army and your shirt and no staff. So you need to buff up for those fights. But the one against Empire stuff unlocks at 4 altars, and is manageable with a lot of builds. I say this for 2 reasons. One is how Sayl's altar recruits work is a little different than usual. Sayl can recruit 2 Chaos Spawn and 2 Chaos Warriors, 2 Chaos Warriors with great weapons and 2 with halberds at the same time. That's his faction-wide limit. So an increase so you can get 3 more spawn and 2 more Chaos Warriors. It's 2 more Chaos Warriors of each type. So 4 basic, 4 great weapons, 4 halberds total. Of course, that dovetails with the money issues, but let's set that aside. The other part is the manipulations. Put simply, the tier 1 ones are deceptively weak. They have their uses. The Recon 1 is absolutely amazing for your purposes. I mean, you get to see all sorts of stuff. You're basically Kairos. But seriously, Sayl says, no recruitment for you. 2 turns duration. Sayl says, no movement for you. And reinforcement time is plus 500% for 2 turns. Are you even kidding me? One's a luxury when, say, fighting vampires. But the second, that's carve a legendary lord out of a 3 army stack level good. Let me be clear, because besides their individual cooldowns, manipulations are a buy now, pay with your soul later deal. They cost no gold or other resource. I put this so late in the video because if your economy shark stops moving and you die of suffocation, it won't matter. I'm going to call this the main points because my campaign did not fail. Imperfections merely slowed me down as I tried to navigate my options. I was running low on spoils after mostly disposing of the Treehammer ogres. I kicked around Goldtooth a bit and my spoils went back up at time of writing, so I think I'll swing back north to fight my way to where Throg and Wulfric might be. Although I may stomp on Cathay a little bit along the way. It involved punching a hole through Archaon, but that should be manageable, right? Right. Oh yeah, pending a mechanics video, which absolutely is coming, he gets 2 marauding actions that are unique. One basically harms enemy spellcasting, the other provides boatloads of spell intensity and wins for your side if you're fighting in that province. Obviously this is super good, and you want to abuse it. Take care, and have fun doing grim and dark rituals.